Welcome to the new session, students. In this session, I am going to start the new unit and the last unit which is in your syllabus of organic chemistry. That is carboxylic acids and their derivatives. The last and final unit of your organic chemistry, carboxylic acids and their derivatives. It has two chapters. The first chapter is carboxylic acids and their derivatives, and the second unit is active methylene compounds. So, the final unit, the last unit, fifth unit consists of two chapters, carboxylic acids and their derivatives, and the second chapter is active methylene compounds. Let us start the first chapter, carboxylic acids. Okay, students, first definition of carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids are those organic compounds which contain the functional group COOH. The organic compounds which contain the functional group COOH are called carboxylic acids. Okay, the organic compounds which contain COOH functional groups are called organic compounds. They are represented by the general formula RCOOH. RCOOH. R may be hydrogen, methyl, ethyl, etc. R may also be a aromatic chain. Okay, aromatic carbon compound, and it may be an unsaturated carbon compound also. Okay, in the place of R we can take H, CH3C, ethyl, etc. Aromatic carbon, unsaturated carbon, all these things, etc. So this is our general formula of carboxylic acids. We can write it also as RC double bond OH. So we represent in the equation, we will separate this bond as C double bond O with OH. C double bond O with OH connected to a R group is called carboxylic acid. This is the general formula of carboxylic acids. Next, students, let us move into the nomenclature of carboxylic acids. Nomenclature of carboxylic acids, right? Formula. Okay, nomenclature of organic compounds can be studied under the two headings. What are those, students? Common name and IUPAC name. Formula, common name and IUPAC name. Okay, let us start. General formula is RC double bond OH. So we will combine it as RCOOH. For example, I am placing HC double bond OH. The common name is formic acid. Okay, the common name is formic acid, and the IUPAC name is methanoic acid. In this case, this IUPAC name of the carboxylic acids also can be written from alkanes. If you take methane, you take out E and add OIC. So it will become methanoic, right? If you take methane, take out E and add OIC, you will get methanoic, right? Now let us see the next acid. CH3, C double bond O, OH. General name is, common name is acetic acid, and IUPAC name, it contains 2 carbons, right students? Hence it is ethanoic acid. Okay, next. CH3, CH2, C double bond OH. Common name is propanoic acid. Okay, IUPAC name is also propanoic acid. Common name is propanoic acid and the IUPAC name is also propanoic acid. Next, CH3, CH2 taken 2 times, C double bond OH. Actually, what is this students? CH3, 1 carbon, CH2, I am increasing carbon change, 2. Here 2 carbons, here 1 carbon, you can write CH3, CH2, CH2, okay? As your wish. CH3, CH2 taken 2 times, so 2 carbons plus 1 carbon plus 1 carbon, totally 4 carbons. Here, we will call as butyric acid. Butyric acid in common name and butyric Y, B-U-T-Y-R-I-C, butyric acid in common name and butanoic acid in IUPAC name. Common name we call it as butyric acid and in the IUPAC name we call it as butanoic acid. Okay students, next I will rub in the top. If you take CH3, CH2 taken 5 times, sorry, for butyric acid I have taken 2 times, next you will get 3 times. If you see the continuation, CH2 taken 2 times we have taken, right? It will be 3 times, C double bond O, OH. So here 1 carbon, here 3 carbons, 4 plus 1, 5. So what will be the common name? IUPAC name will be pentanoic acid and the common name for that is valeric acid and the common name for this is valeric acid. Next, CH3, CH2 taken 4 times, C double bond OH. Count the number of carbon students, 1 plus 4, 5 plus 1, 6. So common name is hexanoic acid. Sorry, IUPAC name is hexanoic acid. Common name is caproic acid. Common name is caproic acid and the IUPAC name is hexanoic acid. Let us write one more. CH2 taken 8 times. C double bond OH. Okay. Next one will be heptanoic acid. Okay. I am writing only the important ones. 8 times. 8 plus 1 carbon, 9 plus 1, 10 carbons. So IUPAC name will be decanoic acid because decan represents the number of carbons 10. So acid. So the name will be decanoic acid. Here caprylic acid. Here the name will be caprylic acid. And finally CH3, CH2 taken 10 times, C double bond OH. Okay. The common name will be capric acid and the IUPAC name will be dodecanoic acid. Dodecanoic acid. Okay. These are all about aliphatic acid. For example, if you take benzene ring and write the IUPAC name and common name. These are new to you students, valeric acid, caproic acid, caprylic acid, capric acid. Please do remember. if an acid group is present on the benzene ring, what will be the name of this compound? Benzoic acid is the common name. Benzoic acid is the common name and benzene carboxylic acid is the IUPAC name. Benzene carboxylic acid is the IUPAC name. This is about the nomenclature of carboxylic acids. Okay students, let us move into the classification of carboxylic acids. Classification of let us move into the classification of carboxylic acid students. Carboxylic acids are classified depending upon the following points. The first point is that number of COOH groups, and the second point is based on the R group, number of COOH groups, and the second point is based on the R group. Okay, let us write the classification of carboxylic acid based on number of COOH groups first. Okay, first classification based on number of COOH groups. Carboxylic acids are classified into two types students, monocarboxylic acids and dicarboxylic acids. Monocarboxylic acids, right students? Dicarboxylic acids. Okay, the word itself says monocarboxylic acids means the acids which contain only one COOH group are called monocarboxylic acids. For example, the nomenclature table, I have given a number of carboxylic acids names along with common names and IUPAC names are the examples for monocarboxylic acids, because the whole table contains the acids with only one COOH functional group. So they all come under monocarboxylic acids. For example, let us write about two acids. One is formic acid, formula HC double bond OH, HCOOH, acetic acid, CH3COOH, and the whole table belongs to, can give the examples for, whole table can be given as examples for monocarboxylic acids, acetic acid, propanoic acid, ethanoic acid, okay, methanoic acid, ethanoic acid, propanoic acid, right? Let us look into dicarboxylic acids. Okay, what are dicarboxylic acids? Okay, these are the acids which contain two COOH groups. The acids which contain two COOH groups are called dicarboxylic acids. Okay students, let us study in detail about dicarboxylic acids. Dicarboxylic acids. The acids which contain two COOH functional groups are called dicarboxylic acids. Students, to remember easily the dicarboxylic acid, I will give you a nice quotation in English proverb saying that, oh my such good apples. If you remember this English sentence, oh my such good apples, you can easily write the examples of dicarboxylic acids. Okay, remember the first letters. Oh my such good apples. O, oxalic acid. M, malonic acid. S, succinic acid. G, glutaric acid. A, adipic acid. Oxalic, malonic, succinic, glutamic, adipic acids. Okay. Oxalic acid formula. COOH connected to another COOH. COOH connected to one COOH. This is the formula of oxalic acid. Next, for malonic acid, oxalic, okay, malonic, succinic, glutonic acid, finally adipic acid. Okay, malonic means COOH, one CH2 between COOH and COOH. If you remember the formula of oxalic acid, you can easily write the names of all the dicarboxylic acid. Next, COOH, CH2 taken 2 times, COOH is succinic acid, and the next acid is COOH, CH2 taken 3 times, COOH, and the next acid is COOH, CH2 taken 4 times, COOH. Okay, these are the names and formulas for dicarboxylic acids. By this English proverb, oh my such good apples, you can easily remember the names and formulas of dicarboxylic acid. This is one type of classification, students. Based on COOH group, they can be classified as monocarboxylic acids and dicarboxylic acids. Now let us move into the next classification. Second classification. Based on R group. Okay, based on R group. R COOH. The nature of second classification is depends on the nature of R group. For example, if aliphatic carbon side chain is attached as, if aliphatic carbon is attached, then aliphatic carboxylic acids. If aromatic rings are attached, aromatic carboxylic acids. If unsaturated moiety is attached, unsaturated carbon chain is attached, then they are called unsaturated carboxylic acids. Okay, aliphatic carboxylic acids, aromatic under second category of classification based on R group, they are classified as 3 types: aliphatic carboxylic acids, aromatic carboxylic acids, and unsaturated carboxylic acids. Okay, students, aliphatic. Example, as we all know, for example, formic acid. Okay. Writing the structure this way and this way is one and the same, students. You can write it this way or this way. In the reaction part, we will write this way, and commonly we can write this way. And aromatic carboxylic acids. Example, benzene ring with COOH. Aromatic carboxylic acids. Example, benzene ring with COOH. And finally, unsaturated. Okay, unsaturated carboxylic acids. CH3, CH double bond, CHCOOH. One is crotonic acid, C6H5, CH double bond, CHCOOH. One is crotonic acid and the other one is cinnamic acid. Crotonic acid and the other one is cinnamic acid. These are called unsaturated carboxylic acids. Unsaturated carboxylic acids examples, crotonic acid and cinnamic acid. Aromatic carboxylic acid example, benzoic acid. Aliphatic carboxylic example, formic acid. By this, we will close the classification of carboxylic acids. which are based on two types. First type is number of COOH groups, monocarboxylic acids and dicarboxylic acids, and second type is based on the R group attached to COOH. Okay students? Now let me discuss about structure of carboxylic acid group. Electron and neutron diffraction studies show that the carboxyl carbon of carboxylic acid group is 120 degrees apart from each other. This point says that the carbon and the oxygens undergo sp2 hybridization. This point says that the carbon and oxygens of carboxyl carbon and oxygen undergo sp2 hybridization. Let us see that. sp2 hybridization means they form 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, right? If it is sp, then they form 2 sp hybrid orbitals. If it is sp3, they form 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. You know, you studied in earlier case, no students? Take carboxylic carbon, okay, 1 sp2 hybrid orbital, 2 sp2 hybrid orbitals, third sp2 hybrid orbitals, okay, and this is a p orbital with 1 electron, right? This is sp2 hybrid orbital, this is sp2 hybrid orbital, this is sp2 hybrid orbital. Again, oxygen, sp2 hybrid orbital, sp2 hybrid orbital, sp2 hybrid orbital and p orbital, okay. Another oxygen, sp2 hybrid orbital, sp2 hybrid orbital, sp2 hybrid orbital and a p orbital, okay. If you observe the structure of this, the carboxyl carbon of carboxylic acid group undergo sp2 hybridization and form 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. One of the sp2 hybrid orbital overlap with the oxygen's sp2 hybrid orbital to form a sigma bond, and the other sp2 hybrid of the sp2 hybrid orbital of the carbon overlaps with sp2 hybrid orbital of the oxygen again to form a sigma bond. Here the third sp2 hybrid orbital of the carbon overlaps with sp3 hybrid orbital of the alkyl group attached to form a sigma bond. sp2 orbital overlap with sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon of the alkyl group attached, and this p orbital is left unhybridized with 1 electron each, and this oxygen has 2 sp2 hybrid orbitals. One of the sp2 hybrid orbital overlap with carbon's sp2 hybrid orbital to form a sigma bond. The other sp2 hybrid orbital left vacant, and the other sp2 hybrid orbital contain 1 lone pair. One sp2 hybrid orbital contain 1 lone pair and 1 electron pair. I'm sorry, not lone pair, 1 electron pair, and this sp2, one of the sp2 hybrid orbital, maybe this or this, overlaps with s orbital of the hydrogen atom, because carboxylic acid group means COOH, right? Overlaps with s orbital of the hydrogen atom, okay. Here again this sp2 hybrid orbital of the oxygen overlap with carbon sp2 hybrid orbital to form a sigma bond, and this sp2 hybrid orbital with electron pair is left, and this sp2 hybrid orbital with electron pair is left, and it has a p orbital with one electron. This has a unhybridized p orbital with the electron pair. What happens here in this case? Sidewise overlapping takes place between these two p orbitals, unhybridized p orbitals of one electron each. So sidewise overlap takes place. Okay, I should not draw, for your understanding I am drawing. Okay, sidewise overlap takes place to form a pi bond between C and O. But in addition, this p orbital may also overlap with carbon to form pi bond. So totally a pi electron cloud is formed. Totally pi electron cloud is formed, and these two orbitals left as lone pair of electrons. Okay. So, pi electron cloud means, I will show. In the resonance, C double bond O, this may be O minus, this may be double bond O. In resonance with, this may be O minus, and this may be double bond O. Totally C O minus charge. So, pi electron cloud is formed by the sidewise overlapping of the unhybridized p orbital of carbon and oxygen, or in addition to that, this p orbital of this oxygen and this carbon may overlap. So totally a pi electron cloud is formed. This is about the structure of carboxylic carbon in a carboxylic acid group. This is the structure of carboxylic acid group. Have you understood, students? Please concentrate, you can easily understand. Okay, next, let me move into the next topic. Preparations of carboxylic acids. Preparations of carboxylic acids. The first preparation is from Grignard reagent. From Grignard reagent. We can prepare carboxylic acids from Grignard reagent. We will carbonate. I means Grignard reagent undergo carbonation to form carboxylic acids. That is RMgBr is the formula of Grignard reagent. It is treated with carbon dioxide. Okay, what happens here? As we already discussed in carbonyl compounds chapter, R will be minus, MgBr carry plus. In this case, R carries minus if this bond is ionized, MgBr plus. In this case, C is plus and O is minus. You need not to take this oxygen only. You can also take this oxygen. Okay. What happens? This minus attacks this C plus and this MgBr attacks this O minus. What is the product, students? C, for C, R group is attached. Here single bond O, for O, MgBr is attached. Double bond O. Next, further on hydrolysis. Further on hydrolysis, what happen? H plus will be attached here and OH minus here. So you will get R, C, OH, double bond O plus MgBr, OH. So totally called as RCOOH. A carboxylic acid is formed by the treatment of Grignard reagent with carbon dioxide. Let me show with an example. Okay, CH3 MgBr plus carbon dioxide. What happens, students? C double bond O plus minus charge. Here CH3 will get minus, MgBr plus. The minus will attack C plus. Here the O minus will attack MgBr. You will get C with CH3 OMgBr double bond O. Are you following, students? Further, on hydrolysis, you will get CH3 C double bond O OH. Students, can you prepare formic acid from that? No, because here we cannot put H MgBr. Because Grignard reagent is RMgBr, R is an alkyl group. So you cannot prepare formic acid. You can prepare starting from acetic acid, I mean ethanoic acid. This is the preparation of carboxylic acid from Grignard reagent. Now let us move into the next. Second, from hydrolysis of esters. For example, if you take ester, general formula RCOOR, if you treat it with a base KOH, what happens? You will result in RCOOK. What happens? ROH, alcohol is removed. Okay? And when this RCOOK is treated with HCl, you will get carboxylic acid plus KCl. Students, the reaction of hydrolysis of ester may be a acid and alcohols form ester. And if you hydrolyze ester, you will get acid and alcohol. This hydrolysis of esters is very important. We will study hydrolysis of ester under basic condition and acetic condition in the later class. Okay. For example, if you take CH3COO C2H5, ethyl methyl ester, and treat it with potassium hydroxide, what happens, students? You will get CH3COOK plus C2H5OH, ethyl alcohol. CH3COOK is treated with HCl, you will get CH3COOH plus KCl. Okay, in this way we can prepare acetic acid. We are preparing acetic acid by placing CH3 in R group. If you place C2H5, you will get propanoic acid. If you increase, you will get butanoic acid. So, the acid which we require to prepare has to be put in the place of R group. So, the number of carbons. In this way, we can easily prepare the carboxylic acids. Next preparation. Next preparation from amides or nitriles. For example, if you take methyl cyanide, nitriles means cyanides are also called as nitrile, students. Nitriles are also known as cyanides. If you do hydrolysis, you will get CH3C double bond O and NH2. Oxygen is added here, 2 hydrogens are added here, you will get amide. This on further hydrolysis, what happen? You will get CH3COOH, okay, plus ammonia. In this way, you will get acetic acid. So, methyl cyanide on hydrolysis gives amide. Amide on further hydrolysis gives acid. By this way, using nitriles, we can easily prepare carboxylic acids. Next, If you take starting materials as amides, so you have to take directly amide RCONH2 on hydrolysis. This is the general formula of amide, students. If you take directly, not from methyl cyanide, convert it into amide, then hydrolysis, you can easily take the starting material as amide and do hydrolysis to form RCOOH plus ammonia. Okay, this is the last reaction. This is the last reaction. If you place CH3CONH2 on hydrolysis, you will get CH3COOH plus ammonia. If you take acetamide, the name of this compound is acetamide, on hydrolysis gives acetic acid and ammonia. These three are the preparations of aliphatic carboxylic acid, students. In the next session, we will know about the preparation of aromatic carboxylic acids. Thank you for watching this session, students. Please take note of each and every equation I have writing for you. Thank you, students.